Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're not working on the motor or the transmission. We're working on the transfer case. Welcome back to episode 4 of the V8 Swap series. So today, what I'm going to be doing is ripping this T-case apart, probably cleaning it up a little bit since it's a little dirty. But I can't complain because this was free $99. Thank you to a good friend of mine who actually lives close by. He hooked me up with it. So what we're going to do is go ahead, get this transfer case ripped apart so we can change the input shaft on it so that it will work with our 6L80. So first things first, we're going to try and get this thing apart. I'm going to pray that I don't break any bolts, but I know that there's a good chance. So we'll see where we get. Yep, there it is. Called it. Well, it definitely went better than I hoped, but I knew there was going to be a broken bolt. So, luckily we got all of them out except for one bolt that broke. So, I'm going to go ahead, crack the case, then I'll try and see if I can extract that once it's broken half. But we'll crack it and see what the internals look like. So after you take the seal out from this end of the transfer case, you then have to get this snap ring out. I spent the last about 2 hours trying to get this thing out, mainly because I don't have the right snap ring pliers for it. So if you're going to do this, I highly recommend getting the correct snap ring pliers, because that was a pain. What I ended up doing was getting one side of it popped off and then took a loop of wire and proceeded to spin it around and get it completely popped out of the lip. So, highly recommend getting the right tool to take that out because it was a pain. I probably could have got it a little bit sooner, but I was also being careful not to mess up the edge of the housing because the seal has to sit in there and seal it off. So, now we're going to go ahead, get the planetary popped out, and swap out that input shaft. So after you remove your planetary gear with the input shaft, you're going to go ahead, take off this snap ring, which sits on the inside edge right here. Then you'll remove your input shaft, install your new input shaft, take the plates off the old one, set it down and in, and install the snap ring back in. Now, with the input shaft into the case, it's time to put on that snap ring. So I'm going to sit here and struggle putting this on, and then we'll go from there. Now that the snap ring is on, we're going to go ahead and put the new seal in. And there we go. New input shaft is in, new seal. So now it's time to get the thing put back together. Well, she is complete besides a few minor things. I need to pull the shifter bracket off of my old T-case and either get some new studs or pull the studs out of the old T-case. But the new input shaft is in. The Novak adapter is slightly put on there just for a quick mock-up to see what a Jeep transfer case looks like behind a Chevy transmission. But anyways, that is basically going to be it. I'm sorry it wasn't a super in-depth install. I tried to cover as much as I could. It would have definitely been better if I had a second set of hands to record certain parts, but honestly the hardest thing was getting that snap ring off of the input shaft, and if I had the right snap ring pliers it would have been a lot easier. But that is going to be it for replacing your input shaft on an MP241 Jeep transfer case. So thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.